everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Russi News Network. I just wanted to let you know that this show is not recorded in front of a live studio audience, as a result of which we are not fresh, kind of like a Chinese wet market, in which case we would have gone absolutely viral. In news from North Korea, Mr. Kim Jong-un has not been seen on state media for the last few weeks, sparking fears that he is either dead or very, very sick. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with North Korean history, let me just give you a quick recap. First came along Mr. Kim Jong-song. Mr. Kim Jong-song lasted really long. Then came his son, Mr. Kim Jong-il. Kim Jong-il was a bitter to swallow pill. He didn't go very quick, and this little chap was really sick. When Kim Jong-il finally lost his will, they brought along his little one. They called this bugger Kim Jong-un. Now Kim Jong-un, he may not last too long, but that will not be the end of the Kim Jong-song, because they've now got the little one's sister, Kim Yo-jong. The IMF has granted a loan of $3.4 billion to the Nigerians, and they have this to say.
Hello, it looks like the email is working again. We asked the Corona for 1 million and they sent us more. We tried to the IMF and they sent us $3.4 billion. Yay, it's a very nice happy time for all of us. Yay, yay for email. It's so happy. Yay, 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 yay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In Africa, we say yeah, 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 yeah.
Dentists in France are protesting about having to go back to work without personal protective equipment by posting naked pictures of them on the internet. This is what they have to say.
If you don't give me my PPE, how you expect me to do anything, eh? If you don't give me PPE, I'll show you my PPE, okay? You say, hashtag PP for PPE.
Donald Trump watched Saturday Night Live, which was not really live, and he saw Brad Pitt do an impersonation of Dr. Anthony Fauci. This is what our US correspondent says. Hey Russi, I just wanted to tell you one thing. I spoke to DoLund. DoLund saw the SNL episode and he come back with this really good piece of information. He said Brad Pitt is so good at being Anthony Fauci, he's going to make Brad Pitt the next Anthony Fauci. Come on! And after hearing that in Goa there is no more COVID, he thinks that Fanny is going to cure the COVID, So he's been really busy. He called Fannie Mae, he called Mr. Feynman, he called Feingold, he called Feinstein, he called everybody who's really, really fine, but he's not found any answers yet, Meanwhile, our Goa correspondent had this to say. Chairman, what is Buggers doing, man? All the funny lines save your house, man. Just go to his mother, man. Mother Maria, tell her, man. Tell her to make it. Tell her to make Sorpatel and just go take all the bloody ferry, man. What you doing, man? Nonsense talking to Feynman and Feingold and all this nonsense, man. Man, what's wrong with you, bugger? Imran Khan has said that the ISI, or Inter-Service Intelligence Agencies, which has so far been very important in the fight against terrorism, will fight against COVID in Pakistan. Now, given their success against terrorism, God help them with COVID. Bishop Panteleimon of the Russian Orthodox Church has sent some major advice to all households in how to survive peacefully during this phase of lockdown. See, it's simple, biggest problem in lockdown is wife, okay? She keep telling you do this, do that, to criticize everything you do. This have to stop. I am telling you, Svetlana, why don't you take chill pill? You don't tell Sergey anything, okay? You just sit, you relax. Every time you think you want to tell him something wrong, you stop. You tell yourself, if I criticize, I know it's chocolate, okay? If I criticize, I no shop for Gucci, no shop for Prada. You behave yourself. This nagging is problem. It's nagging problem in Russian society. It's nagging problem everywhere. You stop this, I say. And that's all that we have in the news today. Thank you very much for listening to us. Stand together but stay apart. Wash your hands, scrubbity scrub, and God bless.